From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Cardinal offense will take the field to get things underway. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on third down. He'll keep it himself. Turning it on. Got the first down and more. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And third and long as a defensive lineman, man, I'm thinking fly up the field, get to the quarterback. They sneak in the option. The defense not ready. He didn't even have to pitch it. He just kept it himself and gets the third and long situation.
Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. On the run, it's Ford. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Looking for a man. It's Gulbranson. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
This Stanford offense is humming, set up with another first down. It's a reverse. And maybe he'll get back. Line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. Guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Stanford to the line on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. This showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They want to run this quarterback. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Moore will throw. With the catch, it's Whittington.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end of season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And the Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to turn the corner on the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
As a defensive coordinator, you always want your guys to be physical and set the tone. How about this with this offense? They run the ball 3 straight times and no first down. This defense does a great job being very disciplined up front, being very physical, and now getting 3 stops in a row and forcing a 4th down.
No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. Quick strike complete. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Thrust that arm out. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Past the 40. There he goes. Touchdown, Stanford! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish things off with that 51-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more. This time around. Power football with the run. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for them.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. It's a draw. Breaks into the open. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in the line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The give on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Complete to the right. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
At the end of the quarter, it is Stanford holding the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Moore to the air. Bringing the heat. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Makes the grab inside the 30. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They run the reverse. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
Looking to pass. It's Branson. Pressure coming. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Oregon was dominant last season until the Ducks ran into that Ohio State juggernaut in the Rose Bowl, and that left Oregon still in search of its long-awaited first national title.
Well, Dan Lanning has built this thing into a national championship contender. He's done it in the trenches, but I'm curious to see what they do at quarterback and how that...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Finds his man. It's low. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He stopped at the 32-yard line, not enough for the first down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's 3rd down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the 4th down.
The kick is on its way. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They'll give it to the back. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The Cardinal increasing the degree of difficulty after that last play. It's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Branson. Got his man in the middle. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Cardinal come to the line with lots of work to do on 3rd down. Give to the back. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team.
Now, 4th down.
Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Pulls it in. It's low. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
They'll run it on the counter. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Off play action on 1st down. Going for it all. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Dropping back, it's Branson. He's got the tight end. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
Stanford now has it in the red zone. Touch pass on the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And they will score! Touchdown, Cardinal! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Got the first down and more. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Moore will throw. Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Rushes on him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. A strike downfield. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
If you're going to give a quarterback who's that good that much time to throw the football, you're not going to win this game. Defense is going to have to do something different. That was way too much time for that dude to pick apart the defense on that throw. Defense is going to have to start dialing up some pressure here and make life on this guy hard.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Palo Alto. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
makes the catch. It's Hughes. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And just no hesitation there by the quarterback, right? Primary target not open, so find your check down. Where's my running back? Yeah, I know I'm under pressure. I know I'm going to get hit, but I'm not taking a sack. I'm going to find a way for us to get a few extra yards here.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. With the catch, it's Hughes. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And how nice is it, David, on third down to have a viable option running routes out of your backfield? That's why this running back is so valuable to this offense.
Yeah, and what matchup do I want to play? I want to play matchups where I have the advantage. I got a speed matchup of a linebacker versus a running back. Nice route, looking like he's going outside, cuts it in. Nice timing and rhythm with the quarterback. Nice third down conversion.
Offense gets set for second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Moore to the air. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's low.
Caught by the receiver. Pickup of 5. Second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Throws to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
The Ducks will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led them to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Oh, it's a reverse. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Back to throw, it's Gulbranson. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
One of the things I love about the passing game we've seen on offense so far here is just how good the decisions have been by the quarterback. He's not being too greedy. When the shot plays have been there, he's taken them, and they've scored points because of that, but he just takes what the defense gives him, and you're just whittling away, and you're marching the ball down the field. Really good decisions by the QB.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Well,
not much the defense could do there. The defensive end crashed down thinking the running back had it, but nice job of the ball handling there by the QB.
Just trying to avoid negative plays, continue to put stress on the defense. That's what he does there.
And that's a play this guy can run in his sleep, too. They rep this over and over and over. It's like clockwork for this guy.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Stanford! And the route is on.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 53 yards coming courtesy of that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be dragged down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Now, got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. Starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Moore will throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
And the Ducks line up to punt it away. Man, these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Stanford with a lot of options here on 2nd and short. On the ground, it's Ford. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Now he's looking to throw it. Got his man on the right. Spins away from the defense. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
They'll run the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got it in the middle, it's 4. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more quarter to play. They might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Back to pass, it's Gobranson. Caught over the middle, it's Irvin. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. Third in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Got it in the middle, it's Moore. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the ground to try to move the chains. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not good. game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Got a man. It's low. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
And the Ducks lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Moore to the air. It's complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Going for 6. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Looking to throw again. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this into next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry over.
Ready to try the point after.
On for the extra point.
Right down the middle. That is what they mean when they say ball control. A 14-play touchdown drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
The Cardinal can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
He'll pull it on the read. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore will throw. He unleashes a long one. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. He's got it. 1st down and more. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Whittington. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, I'm not one for moral victories, and obviously they're trailing by a lot of points late in this game, and they are going to lose, but it is a good sign if you're the head coach of this team that you're seeing your guys out there still competing and still fighting until there's zeros on the clock.
He lofts one down the sideline. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Yeah, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Moore to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bryant. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a 1st down. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's low. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's low. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Oh, he's got some space. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. The Ducks have it with a 1st and goal. Moore will throw. Looking to get it in. A late game touchdown to put 6 on the board.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. He wants to throw it. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope.
Stanford, 30. Oregon, 15.
Time is against them. Still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis.